Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ask yourself, what do you want from the month of Rajab? What is it that we want from the month of Rajab? What do you want from the month of Rajab? More adab. Okay. What do you want from the month of Rajab? Plant your seeds for the Ramazan. Okay. That's good. Now, Rajab is a month for planting. Is it? Yeah? And Shaban to put the water. You're a gardener. What kind of gardener you are? Yeah?
Put water and fertilizer.
Fertilizer and water. And Ramazan is to harvest. Now, before you plant in the ground, what do you have to do? Before you plant, you have to prepare the land. Correct? You have to prepare the land. Now, how are you going to prepare ourselves for the month of Rajab? It's so far away. We are thinking in our minds, Rajab, so far away. But sit down somewhere quiet and say, if Rajab is entering tomorrow, what am I going to do? And prepare yourself for that mood. Get yourself to be in that mood. What is it that you need to prepare for the month of Rajab? Month of Rajab has 2 holy nights, correct? Laylatul Raghaib and Mi'raj. Raghaib is the day, is the night. Laylatul Raghaib is the night that the light of the Holy Prophet ﷺ descended and transferred from his father to his mother. The night of desire. It's a very holy night. And the night of Mi'raj is when the light of the Prophet ﷺ moved from the world to divine presence. So one is coming down, the other one is going up. If you're getting married, so much preparation you have to do. The night of Raghaib is a marriage night. There's preparation that we need to do. At least to get yourself into that mood now. What are you going to do? Simple. You're going to say, I'm going to put a little bit more attention and focus to my prayers. Praying the Fajr and the Zuhur and all the 5 daily prayers and the extra prayers that as murids. 5 prayers, it is obligation, but there are 2 prayers that is also, we may say, is obligation for murids to do. I'm not going to say which ones. Whatever that is there, nafila ibadah to do. If you say, I want to wake up for tahajjud and to pray, do that. If you say, I'm going to pray ishraq, do that. If you say, I want to pray the duha, which is very important, these 2 prayers of ishraq and duha, very important and very beneficial, especially for us living in this Ahir Zaman, to protect ourselves, our spirit and also our body, our health. Then you're going to say, I'm going to concentrate a little bit on that. I'm going to pray a little bit more. I'm going to pray a little bit more on time. I'm going to put myself every time I pray, oh, this is the month of Allah. And I'm going to put some excitement into my prayer. Then from that, so many things will open up. You'll start making a little bit more extra zikr. You'll start making a little bit more extra salawat. You start getting excited and you start feeling the pleasure of getting close to Allah. Then when Rajab enters, you are going to be ready because you already started, the engine is running. You've already prepared the ground, it's easy now. Maybe in the next couple of weeks, it's not going to be so easy for you. Your ego is going to scream a little bit. But that is good. Now you are really preparing the land. You're pulling all the weeds out. You're taking out all the rocks. You are starting to dig a little to soften the ground. Then it is going to be ready. Whatever that you are, extra prayers that you're going to do in the month of Rajab, you can find that out very easy if you want to. It's not that difficult. But I'm not going to say also, because if we say, it becomes obligation. And then if you cannot do it, then it's not going to be so good for you. The idea now, in the month of Rajab, understanding it is the month of Allah, things have to become a little bit differently. Things have to feel different. How are things going to feel different if you don't put yourself into that state? Because in reality, the heavens are changing for that month. The heavens are changing not only for that month, for that week. Every single day it's changing. In the Jummah time, the paradises are changing. The creation is changing, celebrating. But because we are asleep, or we are very stubborn, we are not seeing that reality. So let's leave the Jummah time and every day that the world is changing. The entire creation is changing. Look at the month of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now. Have some excitement. Make it different. Sit down somewhere, because that is also the month that traditionally the Shaykhs, they send their murids to seclusion. Sit down somewhere. Quiet. Slow down in these months. Find time to slow down, especially in the time between Asr and Maghrib. Just to sit and to be with your Lord. Train yourself. Don't sit there and go to sleep. Sit there and speak to your Lord. Be with your Lord. Make some extra zikr. Make some tafakkur. Especially with the intention that we are saying, nawaitu arba'ina to uzdan to khalwa, with all those intentions. Our Grand Sheykh, our Shaykh Efendi has told us just to recite those words with that intention that we are entering into arba'in. We're entering into the 40-day seclusion. We're entering into riyadah. We're entering into all these holy activities. Even if you're sitting down only for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or half an hour, you will get the blessings and the rewards as if you have sat down and be in seclusion for 40 days. So, test that a little bit before the month of Rajab. You can do. Or you're going to watch yourself. What am I busy with? My head and my heart. What am I busy with? Stop from that. Put that aside a little bit. I must be busy with a little bit more, knowing that my Lord is looking at me, knowing that my Prophet is looking at me, knowing that my Shaykh is looking at me, and to become a little bit more aware of them and to do things to please them. That time, it'll be pretty easy once the time of Rajab comes, the holy month of Allah, with so much of the tajalli that is coming, for us to be able to worship more, to pull ourselves from this world more. The whole idea now is not to be deeper into the world, but to pull ourselves out from the world. From the Mi'raj, where the Holy Prophet ﷺ left the world and went to divine presence, to the month of Sha'ban, where there is Laylatul Barat, the holy night, where Barat is given, our examination. Everything is taken into accounting, is given right in the center of the month of the Prophet, in the center of these 3 holy months. We are not now being busy with the world. Just as when you're studying for your examination, you have to push away the world a little bit, your daily activities a little bit, to just concentrate on that. And now moving to the month of Ramadan, completely now, not only spiritually you are saying you are moving away from the world, but physically you are denying yourself from this world. You are stopping yourself from eating and drinking and other activities in the daytime especially, and the night time to be busy with the prayers. So it's preparing ourselves to harvest. But what are we harvesting? What do we want to harvest in the month of Ramadan? It's a very good question. If you want to harvest adab, start from now. Plant adab. You understand? If you want to harvest more amals and ibadat, more practices, start from now, slowly, a little bit. Look to see what are the things that I need to get rid of. I have this bad habit, this bad habit, this bad habit, this one. I need to get rid of it. At least when in your tafakkur, when you're thinking, to know what all these things are, and to look at yourself and to remove it in these 3 holy months. Then in the month of Ramadan, that time when we have the night of Laylatul Qadr, we will be prepared for that. Because if we are not prepared for Laylatul Qadr, it's going to be very difficult for us. May Allah make it easy, inshallah. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum.